Hi, Mason Comets. Whether you're a freshman taking ECA, a sophomore or junior applying for a job or internship, or a senior applying for college or career after high school, you've probably heard the word resume come up more than a few times. My name's Mrs. Puma, and our goal with this video series is to walk you through some of the basics of resume creation so that you feel prepared to produce your professional resume when the time comes. Let's begin. So why do you need a resume? Well, first of all, it's a requirement of many of the organizations we talked about earlier. Schools, internships, jobs, careers. Resumes don't necessarily get you a job, but they do get you the interview. They're a marketing tool for yourself so that you can present your best self in every situation. A little pop quiz before we get started. What's the initial amount of time that an employer takes to review an applicant's resume? You spend hours creating this document, right? But most studies state that the answer is somewhere between 15 and 45 seconds. That's why it has to be done right. It needs to have all of the appropriate information. It has to be organized and easy to read. And at first glance, it needs to look incredibly professional. Now, many of you are probably familiar with Naviance, and you're probably wondering, why can't I just use my Naviance resume in these situations? Well, Naviance is an incredible tool to help keep you organized. It also keeps your teachers and your academic advisors in the loop. Think of it as kind of a repository or a toolbox where you store all of this information. Then, when it comes time to put together a professional resume, you can pull the appropriate information from the repository and put it into a professional resume that you've created in Microsoft Word. So what should you include in a professional resume? Here are the main parts. First, a heading that includes your contact information. Second, an objective or summary. Some people say that this part is optional, but we'll cover it. Third, your educational background. Fourth, your experience, including work, internships, and volunteer experience. Fifth would be awards and honors that you've received. Sixth would be activities that you've participated in. And finally, a references section. In this video, we're just going to focus on the header or the contact information, and then we'll cover the subsequent sections in further videos. So what's a header? This is the section at the very top of your resume that provides all of your pertinent contact information. It should include your name, permanent address, telephone number, and professional email address. What do I mean by professional? Well, definitely not anything like prettyprincess@gmail.com or xboxdude@yahoo.com. It should be something more like your @masonohioschools.com email address, or even your name @gmail.com. Also, you need to make sure you use an email address that you check regularly. How should you design your header? Well, let's sidetrack for just a second and talk about templates. There are varying opinions on whether or not you should use a template provided by Microsoft Word when creating your resume. Some people suggest that you create the design completely on your own, but I think it's okay to use a template as long as you customize it to fit your needs and to make you stand out from the others. So if you're using a Microsoft Word template, the layout and design will probably already be determined for you. You just need to include your information. Don't forget, it's okay to modify the template to make yours stand out from the rest. If you're creating your own header, be sure to consider things like the alignment and column options, as well as the font size and the type. You want everything on your resume to coordinate, and it all starts at the top. After you've created your header, it's so important to triple check for accuracy. One typo could literally cost you an interview. Thanks for joining us for this segment of our Building a Professional Resume series. Click the link below to view the next segment that includes the education and activities portion.